Maybe a general's name. Okay. Objection. Objection would be a place that's sharp and you produce it. Producing the sharp edge, meaning trade. Who is to produce something? Objet is producing for sharp edge or trading for the sharp edge, meaning axes, knives, hatchets. So objection would be producing the sharp edge for the family, meaning I traded beaver hides for the sharp edge. Like knives and hatchets, axes, shovels, spades, those sharp edge things. We really like them because we use them for butchering, and then came the buckets, pails, and like kettles and things to cook. So we really like the French, and we call the French the ordinary white man. Why do we call them that? Because they dressed like us, buckskins and fur caps and moccasins. They said, no, we love Washichu Check-up. They're kind of like us, Check-up, ordinary. Meaning they didn't use uniforms, or they didn't power dress suits or stuff. They were ordinary. So it was really good to trade with them because they knew value. They knew moccasins were good because you're on earth. You're closer to earth. And the buckskins with the fringes are for dripping the water off your body. That's what the fringes are for. It's for dripping the outside of the fabric and height outside of the fringes so the water could drip off of the side so near it's dry. It wasn't for looks. But now it is, you know. Girls wearing bumpers. Oh,
Yes.
looking good. Stew. Stew. What does stew mean? Stew. Stew. No, that means they're aware of the opposite sex. So they're really stew. Lila stew means it really shows off towards the neck. Stew. Yeah. Like if I said I like the girl very much, Lila Awas, it means I really like her. It makes my keys. You elevate it, so I want to call my Awas. I want to be mannerly, or seem good, directed. That's true. It's really a positive, like courteous language. And in a circle of power, people see how you're acting. So they're witnessing for you. So when you go over there and finally get to dance with her and stuff, the old people, they say, Manawashi. And they see you talking, over. Now they're talking. I mean, you know how we are, you know. You know what we are. One extra one, you know, on the outside, you know, go buy a sandwich for her or something. So there's now, I'm in my bed, I'm up to you. Guiding her towards like sandwich or coffee or whatever. That'll be later. Because when they meet like that, then he has to go introduce her. Why do they do that? Why do they introduce? Because the grandma or auntie is going to ask, who's your mom? Who's your grandma? Who's your auntie? And if they're related, she tells them, let that weird. That's your close relative. You can't do it. You go like this, right? Now, I was wrong.
told her, when she's leaving us, and I told her, I said, you have to tell people that we're worthy of quitting. So they have to support you, they have to ask you to walk with them. So she's made up her mind that she's required to be town further.
Yeah.
So she talks about it all the time.
Yeah, introductions to it.
Yeah. She said, I'm not going to just take off with something. So I've heard her tell you and talk about it. So we went to Fort Ready. This one boy, Sarah Ostenfeld, he kind of a watch street. And so he came up to me and he said, is it all right if I hang out with Mia and you? He said,
How Stu, but he likes her.
but he was doing it.
How Stu would be he like?
Asked you.
How
Anyway,
Stu.
he was doing it respectfully, that he just did like his friend.
How was Stu would be I would like.
I like asked you, you know.
Yeah, that's the initial, like dream world.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is possible. Dream world.
So anyway, so he stayed with us, but she had that standard. And then, her uncle, my son, he was teasing her about that, and she's firm about that. And she said that she's absolutely not going to go with any guy that doesn't come out to support her. So we ended up okay, which it comes to me. Her desire thought she was being the president. Just be out and looking for it. She said, oh, you should give me the ultimate compliment. I said, what did he say? She said, yeah, hey John, you're badass. Nobody's really according to movie pressure. She said, that was the greatest compliment. She got it.
That's occasional would be a trade word.
Yeah.
A place that's sharp, meaning the knives, axes, is to produce it for the family. Meaning trade. I traded all these beaver hides, meat hides, whatever, buffalo robe for a horse. So you say, okay, Macron. I gave all my things to produce the sharp edges, the axes, knives for the family. Okay. In other words, I walk. Breaking down all the sounds. The place that's sharp, that's a knife. What I produced it. For you, Grandma. I bought it in English. But I produced a sharp edge for the family. The knives.
There's a difference in economics. In economics, just buying.
Yeah, these are for use.
Yeah.
These are for
And it's
family,
respectful.
yeah, family use.
I know you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll finish this. I paid for it. Okay, it's there again.
Yeah.
E is a force of a place that's sharp, and ye is to make it happen. I paid for it. I made it happen with a sharp edge. E is to give something forward, a movement, that intent forward. Yoke. I outwardly gave things to buy something because I paid for it. E is outwardly gave something. Okay. And woke. Law. Measuring worth. Measuring things. Is this worth that much? How much is that worth? How did I arrive at the conclusion that that is that much? Okay. How did I know that? No, I didn't bring the paper for trade worth. Of how many buffalo hides was worth a rifle, But I have that all listed. Next time I come, I'll read that.
Okay.
So you'll know the trade values a long time ago. How many beaver eyes or buffalo robes for a horse? Those things, there's a standard. The trade world a long time ago, in the 1800s. Is to know what they're looking out for. There's a difference. Woe, okay, again, woe is a value of the sharp edge. And we always hear that English speaking people say, the sharp edge of the law. You hear that. But us is the value of the sharp edge. But that's waiting, training, and develop a law of balances. So we developed a word for law out of trade, not out of crime or not out of hate or something for a wrong done. It was actually for trade that the word law evolved, because we needed to have the right worth of something to trade for straight across. We have to be fair, in other words. Is this fair? No. And in the early trade world of the East, when the Algonquin tribes and the Iroquois tribes, when they traded with white people, the government then disallowed traders to use alcohol as a trade device. It was illegal to get them drunk and then do things cheap. There was a law against getting natives drunk in the trade. So they were, the early people who controlled trade didn't want that to happen. They wanted to be fair. And a lot of that meaningful, good relationships was lost someplace along the way. Probably from alcoholism. You know. Just like on the reservation, a big box of cheese, they used to be able to get like $20, $50 for them. A box of cheese. Then the drunk said, oh, I want $2 for it. So they brought the price down. So everybody had to pay $2. They brought the price down. Oh, it's food. That kind of stuff, you know, because of alcoholics, prices came down. And that's why they don't trade with alcohol, because there's a good economic fairness. And that's what the early government people in America wanted to do, is they wanted to be fair with them. They wanted a good relationship with them, with those the decision makers. You know, they wanted to have a good, fair, equal relationship with the decision makers of that tribe. They even copied their democracy. You know, the way they conducted their meetings, the longhouses. You know, they agreed on things, and if you see smoke come out of the top, you know, there's a decision that was made. If black smoke came out, dark smoke came out, or they still having a meeting. White smoke came out, oh, it's settled. Who does that now?
The Pope, wasn't it the Pope?
The Pope, the Vatican.
Oh, that's right.
If they pick a Pope, then that's kind of same thing. You know, some things are similar in tribes or peoples of the world. Some things are parallel. We just have to explain it that we're really not different from one another. You know, and I don't think Trump knows that. You know, about the Longhouse and about the Vatican, that smoke comes out, there's a decision that's made. I don't think he knows the concept. Chapche would be to stick something. Chapche would be to stick a stake to start cutting it out. Chapche. He stabbed, doesn't have to be a human being. So stabbing a piece of meat. watermelon, or pumpkin, whatever it's got in that cup.
That's where we talk that comes from.
Yeah, that would be important. Yuchet would be to sharpen it. That would be pulling, right? With a fire. Babche would be pushing. Babche would be pushing. You're using the file that way, but if you pull, I pull with a round file. Just look at that stuff. Basically, I like that circular knife. You spin. Oh. It's a round blade, spin. Yeah, you have to look at it back and flat. But you have to wear a steel glove in case you go too close to the steel glove. They won't wear steel gloves. I use steel gloves no matter what it is. It's a knife. Keskola, like as sharp as an arrow. Keskola, like a needle. A knife, keskola, really sharp. Keskola.
So that word for us is Estoma, so that.
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
Estoma. You guys say Estoma. Estoma.
That's that overlap. I'm done.
Okay, I have a question on little cat. So, the cat obviously measuring things, the sharp edges, the law.
Wool is a value.
Wool is a value.
The value, sharp edge. The value is fairness, trading equally, weighing, like how much it weighs, side of the scale. Scales to weigh gold.
You want to use this? I'm trying to kind of do awful thing that it's easy, so, and we're trying to give people try to take some money, and then I'm going to say, if they leave any breach of trust on any street, it's not credit. So it's like all of us, all of the people, people that want to give the same things that are true, stand for whatever I'm not supposed to be asking. So you got the concept, so not, and you just say, you know what, the truth is, any number going down, so she's thoughtful, but this is a good one to use, not gold.
Yeah.
It wants to be, raise it.
Yeah. Remember that it came from sharp edge, trading with the French who brought the sharp edges, the knives would be, so everything would be fair. That's where that word law will take me from. You have to be fair.
And
The
it's
word.
not a fair settlement, you know, it's just selling those and stuff. Just like that pulled out. You say nothing, it's like it, leave it, you know, you can't.
We relinquished the right.
And that's what this means. For that. How do you say pitch?
Huh?
Pitch.
Like pinch? Yujipa.
My,
And it's like, if he did it, we say Yujipa with the E at the end, it's a verb. So if I do that, I say Baduji. Baduji.
that white,
I pinch him
that
on that.
white
shirt?
chick.
Baduji. Yujipa is he or she did it. Yujipa is he or she did it. Z-I-E-E. Jipa. Yujipa would be he or she pinch.
And we call it the bird, that,
Okay?
top. Which one is the bird?
With the E and at the end.
his mom would, hug, Makoja or pay attention to his shoulder and give her,
Yeah.
because he was noisy.
That's what I do to my little Nancy's little dog.
Oh,
When he's under the covers, I squeeze. Quit teasing me. You go to the pizza. I mean, your motor go on it. Quit teasing him.
Just terrorized him.
Remember you said that whenever your grandma would move to somewhere, and then she would sing a song to ask for forgiveness for moving to that place.
No, passing by.
She was passing by.
Where's grandma and grandpa? When you see it, Ochiwote. Ochiwote is, you can find some litter because they push the earth down and it's hotter. So it holds water, so the grass grows darker there and taller because the water's like a little bowl. You can tell, oh, someone used to live there. And sometimes they would know who it was. So they would sing a song. And you can offer tobacco, because they know the spirit is still there. And then you go on top. I said, just like Catholics, or difficult, and we pass by the altar, be gentle. Something make the same cross. Same thing. And when we pass by something sacred, it would be sing a song and offer tobacco. People don't do that anymore. I still do. If I go by a cemetery, I would sing a song for them, by myself. But I still have that respectful attitude that they left me. Even those little, remember by the roadside, they have those little grottos with the Blessed Virgin and Joseph and all of them inside. Even when I pass by there, I sing a song because they have a respectful attitude. Any human that has a respectful attitude, I respect them too.
Mm-hmm.
How else can I have them be friends? Thanks for listening.
Yes, we'll get it. There's a lot, there's a lot. There's a half a semester of college. I'm here next week, y'all. Okay, you'll be here again.
Yeah, every Wednesday.
Yeah.
You just say, oh, I used to be ticklish. I'm still ticklish. And one of my little dogs knows that. Scarlet, it's a hairless dog. He's when Nancy puts her on bed, she's running towards me, comes right here. Oh, no. He's really strong, too. Little tiny dog. Pushing her like, ah, tell Scarlet. She knows I'm ticklish. Oh, man. It makes Scarlet no hair. Because it doesn't have no hair. Yeah, Scarlet no hair.
Oh my goodness.
My wife has a sense of humor.
Yes.
She's really like what the more than most people that I know.
Well, you can't get it coming.
Good.
Yeah. Well, you girls, I'll play next week's song. I'll read one. Yeah,
They can't do this, what I'm saying, because I did this so I could sharpen my presentation.